Oh, mic check 1 2 1 2. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den. We got crazy stuff to talk about this evening. Y'all know how it goes. I hope all of y'all are doing well. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. So we have joining us this evening, and then we'll get right into it. I see Kenneth, the lovely Miss K Grace, only my second favorite New Yorker. Jason S, what's the motherfucking deal? Adam, what's the motherfucking deal? And David, Win, what's the motherfucking deal? All right. Let's see. So I got some different stuff going on here, so it may or may not be doing it what it's supposed to, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes, right? I did say I was gonna do that. I'll figure it out later. Anyway, so what happened, like right when I clicked the button to go live and I put the little countdown on, the doorbell rings, right? Well, it's fucking 9 o'clock at night. And I look on the daily of the dilly, the camera, and I don't see anybody. I see like some flashing lights outside. Your fucking cat. Might have been tripod. I said cat run across the yard, right? Hello, Shannon. King John John, what's the motherfucking deal? And for some reason, nobody else is annoyed. You know, like, the fuck is knocking on my door? I ring the doorbell. It's late at night. I'm always thinking, something's up. The pistachios are there. Sit your ass down and get your pistachios, goddamn. She said, that's what I'm talking about. Just like, where are the pistachios? You getting pistachios by sitting. You know what? I'm gonna do this just because Shannon in here talking shit. Shannon, you just make sure you live. Because every time you be watching the stream, you don't be live. You be like 10 minutes behind everybody else. Then be trying to talk and then confusing the shit out of everybody. You know what? Here's your damn pistachios. So I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And so, let me not be so detailed, but yeah, I was not too keen and it was about to get real dangerous. And I'm like, just before I made a decision, I asked my old lady, I'm like, hey, were you expecting somebody? Because she didn't move. Little one go to bed like nobody else is tripping. And nobody's like, oh, yeah, I had a food delivery. That's the people who delivered the groceries. I'm like, I didn't even know they delivered this late at night. I'm about to get final delivery on delivering this, like, goddamn it, announce yourself. But there's that, right? So I hope all of you doing well this evening. Got all these crazy cups right here. You're watching the sauce just a little while ago. You saw I had the sauce double cup. Now, this ain't necessarily the Den cup, but this is inspired by the Den by the lovely Miss Sarah Lou. Some of you may know her as just Sarah. And trust me, much more to come as I figure out how to work these tools. But we got stuff to get into tonight. Now, so we're going to talk about racial identity, right? And we're going to talk about, is it good to have a racial identity? So, first, no, I'm not going to do what you think I'm going to do, right? And I do a lot of deliberate things for a reason. Last time I was eating fried chicken, wonder why does Honcho do all these crazy things on the stream, right? Just sit back, listen, and understand. I clicked the wrong button. The racial identity is almost the same. It's when people feel like, okay, let me give you an example. It's the best way to put it, right? When there's certain behaviors that are associated with certain races, right? And people feel like they must follow in those behaviors. You know what I'm saying? As you see, that's why we just disappear. You got to figure it out. I still haven't lived down the ice cream thing, right? 335. Peace. So when things that are associated with certain races and people feel as though they must adhere to those things, right? That is the quote unquote racial identity. And I think that there's certain parts of these things are ingrained within culture, right? If your culture pushes forth a certain type of thing, then, it just kind of comes naturally. Shelly don't know what the hell she be talking about. I don't believe Shelly. So I see a real picture of Shelly holding up a sign that says, "I hate Honcho." I'm going to believe that she looks like Rasputia off of Norbit. In my head, that's what I believe. I'm just being honest with y'all, right? Oh, yeah, this is a rude fucking. I'm trying to give y'all some mukbang and some good conversation. So this is like a double stream. Y'all just got to understand. I'm trying to cram all this up in one entertaining session. But hello, Shelly. How are you this evening? We're going to get on to that. But before we get on to that, we got crazy stuff to watch. We got crazy things to talk about. And, all types of wokey woke and niggerish behaviors. So let's get on it. Let's stop wasting time. Again, make sure you're following all the proper social medias. Welcome to The Den. If you're not familiar with The Den, The Den, discussing everything naturally, is the greatest conversation on the internet. If you found your way here, thank you for being here. If you stumbled here on accident, please don't leave. No, well, you may or may not like it. It might be for you, might not be for you. And if you have been returning here on your own will, well, shame on you, and thanks for coming. Actually, I got a couple of them that are racial identity based. So we're going to say, let's have a little funny first. And then I saw some crazy videos today. Then we're going to have some disgusting, and then we're going to have some sad, and we're going to have some, what the fuck is wrong with these people, right? And most of these videos I have not watched, okay? So that's like, I try my best to not watch as much of it as I can. Shaolin, fantastic. What's the motherfucking, how you been, Shaolin? So most of these videos I try not to watch so that way I can be genuine in my responses with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to just be like watching. I came up with like 30 things to say, like a weird quote unquote reaction. People watch the video 50 times, have some people write some shit for their ass and try to seem funny when, it's just not what it is. I like to be natural. So I'm gonna try to let the video play out, but y'all know what be happening. Like the video be playing, and then something crazy happens, and I just have to start talking. Let's start off with something humorous. Let me make sure I put the before I do all this. The following scene may be considered graphic. Viewer discretion is advised. The following stream, the whole stream, like just the rest of the stream. Nobody knows how you look, Shelly. No one knows how you look. I do not know how you look. I know how like 3 people look. Okay. I have no idea what you look like. You may look like one of the women in one of these videos I'm finna show her in a second. All right. Let's see. Shannon, is your little red live button on? I wonder about you. All right. Man, they don't monetize. Like, even though I'm monetized, I don't make any fucking money off of YouTube. Your support is what, thank you. Speaking of support, shout out to Brother Shaolin, fantastic. I appreciate the love. Dog, with that one video I was telling everybody, like, that Brittany, what's her name video, where she was beating up the chick. That shit had like maybe 2,000 some views. It was probably one of the more recent, better videos that's been recorded. And that shit I made like 45 cents off that shit. So, yeah. There's that, right? But, like I said, we're going to make it shake. I got plans. I just got to execute. I got to start going to bed on time. That's part of it. I never do that. But let's watch. I'm trying to figure out what is going on right now. Like, is this like some type of make it a little larger for those in the back who got the cheap seats. Is this like a mosh pit? Is this some classroom shit? Is this like a church session? They threw this nigga basically on his head. There's like no air going. Like, see, this dude jumped like Shaq used to dunk. You know what I'm saying? When Shaq used to dunk the ball and pull himself up to really make it look like he had some hops, but really he was just tall as shit and just barely dunked and would just pull himself up. That's all it was. They did this dude dirty, bro. And see, let me tell you, this is what I be telling y'all about niggas, bro. Look at this shit. Oh, there we go. That's the better side. They threw this nigga on his neck, and everybody bust out and laughed. And nobody even checked on the dude to see if he may have broken his neck. They just laughed at the nigga. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, he was trying to do a backflip. Trying. But look like somebody should tell him, bro, you ain't got no house. You don't got it. Look at this. Look, he ain't getting no airtime. They just threw him down on the ground. This is terrible. I don't want to watch this anymore. My fucking neck hurting like a bitch. Gotta stretch and shit. All right. Put you in the folder. You're terrible. Oh. All right. So, you know, I talk a lot about the young women of today and the way they dress and the behaviors and, you know, how it's just all inappropriate and things of that nature. But, you know, it's not always their fault. You know, niggas like fat asses. I don't know Lockwood. I have no idea. Oh, they have, look, trust me, my shit is always, it's yellow as soon as it starts. Like, oh, we know you, Honcho. Just don't even think about it. But, you know, you got to understand that, you know, niggas like ass. So that's why the women do it, for attention. But this is nothing new. Hey, lovely Miss Marie Lovely joining us. Headboard fixed up with duct tape. Good to see you. DeAndre, what's the motherfucking deal? I just found a chuckle. So let's kind of figure out where all that ass comes from and why people do these things, right?
Had that big old ass, Granny.
66 years.
66 years old.
Yeah.
And that's all your ass.
All my ass. Touch.
Who your boyfriend right now, Granny? All right, original and everything. Go ahead, Granny. How old is you, girl?
66.
66 years old. And you got that big old juicy ass.
And this is the thing. When I was younger, I took care of my body and myself.
Black don't cry.
That's right.
And you 66 years old.
66.
Turn around one more
And
motherfucking time
proud.
for the bitches, baby.
Very proud of it.
Yes, honey. Go ahead, Granny. What's the youngest boyfriend?
That is officially the oldest twerk I have ever seen. East Side, what's the motherfucking deal? Bro. This all goddamn Granny thought over there letting random niggas grab on her ass and shit. Yeah, out here shaking ass in the middle of the street. This is why the young hoes don't act right. Shit, they 2 generations behind. 66. I don't know, Chief. Beer goggles is a motherfucker, right? Let's finish the video. Let me stop talking before I say something crazy.
You got, honey?
Oh, the one young boyfriend I had, he was 32.
And how you know him?
I just met him. I don't know. Originally, he was a kid at the time. I don't like young kids. Yeah. But I found out he was 25. I said, oh my God. But it was too late.
Who is your man right now, baby? When I grow up, I want to be just like you.
John Anderson, he's deceased.
And who is your man right now?
I don't have now.
Why you don't got no man?
Well, when you get to a certain age, you know, the sex and stuff dry. You know, I have it, but it don't mean nothing like I don't have it, you know.
Yeah, baby.
I do it
And
all
how
the
old
time.
are you?
16, May the 18th, 1964.
1964. And you how old?
66.
All that ass, Granny.
So my mom,
How long you had that big old ass, Granny?
You know, I'm starting to regret some of my decisions. Why? Why did I pull this video out? And she's very proud of this. She's very proud of this. Look, yeah, some of y'all young niggas having some dry spells. Yeah, I'll be out there trying to get a grade. Some young niggas, you talking about the nigga was 25. I already knew it was gonna be something crazy. You know, that nigga too young for that. You don't know what to do with all that. Let's get out of here. This is terrible. That was a terrible, terrible video. Why did I watch that? All right. So this next video I'm gonna play. I want y'all. So Lisa, what's the motherfucking deal? I want y'all to drop a comment when y'all see this video. The comment is going to be the screen name or username or whatever of a den folk who you think that this video applies to. Okay? That's the game. Play the video. Once you see what's going on in the video, I want y'all to drop the first den folk that y'all think this would be associated with.
Shit. Look at this nasty ass shit. What this shit? Shit. Look at this nasty ass shit. What this shit? Shit.
It's too late, Joe. I saw that. Whew. I think Shelly. That's the first den folk I think about. I see that. I think Shelly Long. That's what I truly believe. I really believe. I think that I wouldn't eat nothing that Shelly cooked. And nothing from her house. That's what I think is shaking at her crib. So, I mean, I feel how y'all want to. Don't get catfished and roached. All right? I'm just trying to tell y'all. You open up the pan be like that and shit. All right. Let's run through a couple of things. We've watched some nasty shit. We watched a dirty ass grandma. We haven't watched any woke shit yet. We watched a nigga break his neck. Roach. We watched the roach shit. Hold on, let me get this folder here right so I can get rid of the shit we already watched. We watched Big Booty Granny. Dirty Roach House. We watched the nigga break his neck. Something else too, didn't we? Is that the only ones? All right. Let's get woke real quick. Let's blame the white man for something. There's always something to blame the white man for. Let's get that. I keep frying it. I keep forgetting I fucking pause the shit. All right, let me unpause the shit.
Animosity between Asian people.
Y'all gotta hear all of this, all right? Let me shut up.
The widespread animosity between Asian people and black people is probably one of the sneakiest tricks ever pulled to uphold white supremacy. I've seen a lot of black people scoff at the idea that the black community should stand in solidarity and support of the Asian community right now. And to justify this, they say, oh, Asian people don't like us, they don't help us, why should we help them? And the answer is quite simple. Because white people don't want us to. It's the same reason that white people pit black men against black women or light-skinned people against dark-skinned people. Because we're a lot easier to control when we're divided. The anti-black and anti-Asian sentiments in our respective communities didn't develop organically, they were put there. They are the product of systems of white supremacy specifically designed to keep people of color disenfranchised in this country. We need to build bridges and stand with the Asian American community, and to start dismantling the anti-Asian hatred within ourselves. Because it gets us nowhere, it weakens us both, and there is no question that we would all be stronger together. The widespread animosity between Asian
Man, this nigga just like anime and Bruce Lee movies. Look, bro, like I have no beef. I crack jokes like about all Asian people knowing karate. But the Asian people to be in this country with fewer numbers, they are succeeding. They are winning. They're beating the whites. They're beating black. They're beating everybody, right? Because of what we're going to get to in a little bit, racial identity. So again, the reason they don't fuck with niggas is because of the shit niggas be doing, right? Niggas' behavior. We had a prominent Asian man in the den. He was my best Asian friend. His name was Chicago Mike. But, you know, it is what it is. Y'all want to bring it back? Y'all want me to play that again? Okay. Just because Shannon asked for it, but I'm going to charge her like 30 pistachios for doing this. So I'll thank her.
The widespread animosity between Asian people and black people is probably one of the sneakiest tricks ever pulled to uphold white supremacy. I've seen a lot of black people scoff at the idea that the black community should stand in solidarity and support of the Asian community right now. And to justify this, they say, oh, Asian people don't like us, they don't help us, why should we help them? And the answer is quite simple, because white people don't want us to. It's the same reason that white people pit black men against black women or light-skinned people against dark-skinned people. Because we're a lot easier to control when we're divided. The anti-black and anti-Asian sentiments in our respective communities didn't develop organically, they were put there. They are the product of systems of white supremacy specifically designed to keep people of color disenfranchised in this country. We need to build bridges and stand with the Asian American community, and to start dismantling the anti-Asian hatred within ourselves. Because it gets us nowhere, it weakens us both, and there is no question that we would all be stronger together. The widespread animosity.
Nigga, please. Now, again, I'm not promoting the hatred, not promoting that. My part is where it's because the white man doesn't want us. So you realize, like, in every country, nation, island, place, whatever you want to call, across the world, there's like people look for differences within each other to hate. Where's that? In the Dominican Republic or whatever, kicking out all the Haitians? Is that the white man doing that? I guess it depends on your definition of white. And then sometimes people's definition of white, y'all like be changing it up so it can suit whatever fucking narrative. You know what I'm saying? It's always nigga need some muscle. That nigga, he trying to do a Bruce Lee program. This guy got a weird face. Yeah, I love Asian. I love fucking anime. I love fucking what's that shit? Sushi. Not the spring rolls. Shrimp tempura. Now all niggas like shrimp tempura. You know, that's niggas' favorite sushi roll. But again, like I say, the difference with the Asian versus black thing is I don't know if we get to the middleman minority deal where Asians found a suitable role here in America because niggas were not taking care of certain things. But and then we got mad because they took advantage of openings in the community and they thrive there. Whether you talk about, Middle Easterns or you talk about, what you typically consider to be an Asian if you're black. And then we get mad because they don't buy into a lot of our bullshit. A lot of them work hard. A lot of them have made crazy sacrifices. But to most niggas, it's just like, they got a bunch of loans and they got to start a bunch of businesses. Like, no, bro, that's not how the fucking shit works. Like, niggas got this ass backwards view of a lot of shit. And when I start talking about this shit in a minute, some of y'all are going to get mad. We'll lose some subscribers. Oh, well, if you don't like it, fuck it. I don't give a shit. Because the one thing I got to be is straightforward and honest about the shit. Like, it's certain shit I do not like saying. It's a lot of shit I talk about I don't like saying, but it's the fucking truth, right? And that's the problem that we have in the world. People would rather sell you a narrative or sell you some shit that makes them feel good. I don't feel good saying none of this shit, but at the same time, I'm rapidly learning to disassociate myself. Not slowly at all. Like rapidly, like disconnected. I got fat privilege because I'm fat. I got black privilege because I'm black. So I can talk bad about black people. And there's no repercussions. I can say all the shit some of y'all would like to say in public. There's no repercussions, and I love it. I just get canceled by niggas. I don't give a fuck about getting canceled by niggas. I don't give a shit. What does that mean? So yes, please hit the like button. But that's what I'm saying. Like, niggas love Asian shit. Asian people like black money. They like rap music. It's a lot of Asian people like rap music and shit like that. But I don't know. I'm gonna say some of them in California are doing some weird shit. But anyway, right? They're unique. They have their own culture. They have, a lot going on. But I'm not gonna focus on this. We're gonna say that for racial identity because I'm gonna end up getting into the topic that I want to get into, and I don't want to start talking about that. I should have saved that. I really should have saved that video. I'm mad that I actually showed it. We might bring that back towards the end. Blame Shannon. Let's run through a couple other things real quick before we come back to that. Dirty roach shit. Damn, I really should have saved that because that would have been a great segue to get into what I wanted to talk about. So, fuck it. Let's watch some violence. Y'all want violence? Let's get some violence. Let me put this up again just for y'all to just get in there. The following scene may be considered graphic. Viewer discretion is advised. Just if you're watching this stream, just automatically assume that anything I put up is suitable for this statement.
Pulling up those legs. Who is she? Who is she? Come on. Who is she? Oh, God. Mike can pop on his ass. Right? Pop his ass.
Oh, that was worth it. That was worth it. I was like, where is this going? This might be a big waste of time. That was absolutely worth it, bro. That was extremely worth it. Like, that nigga asked what the dude gave him plenty of time. The nigga followed him all around the fucking mall, asking for an ass whooping, bro. Yeah, he asked for that ass whooping. And then who is this nigga he hanging with? Like, you should have known that one of the advantage was the nigga in the baggy shorts, right? Because these niggas both got on skinny jeans. I don't know about his little friend in the yellow shirt. That nigga took off running. This Bart Simpson looking ass nigga. This nigga just minding his own business. Like, he really trying to walk away from the situation. Like, all of the factors are there for you to take a L, okay? Like I said, when you got the little skinny jeans on situation, The size factor itself is another thing. And then it was just it was like that first one. It was a wrap. It was a wrap. What's going on? This cameraman's terrible. It was a wrap. The yellow shirt supposed to be your homie. Like, y'all can't be friends after that. That dude got the same pants the chick in the white pants got on. Like, these niggas just talking to be talking. Like, yeah, hey, dog. And then, if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna put the sound back on here again. I think that nigga said World Star while he was whooping his ass. I don't think I've ever heard that before. Not gonna lie, he did land a very decisive strike on his ankle. You know, that could have decided the fight if this was a scoring bout. I'm just saying.
I have no nigga. That's what I was fucking up wrong, man, nigga.
He fucked that little nigga up, dog. Oh, yellow shirt is very feminine. I don't know. I have no idea. The little dude was just, I don't know, something happened apparently here, but old buddy was walking off, right? And then the little dude, talking about, I'm a young nigga, I'm this, and this, and on Pyru and all this other shit he talking about. And then I think they kicked him out the gang after this. He had to get kicked out the gang after this because the thing is, he pump faked. And when he pump faked, that was it. After that pump fake, it was over, bro. Nah, you better follow through. That pump fake got your ass canceled. You know what I'm saying? So, dog, did you hear, like, first, did you see how he was flopping back and forth like a rag doll? Every hit, dog, like, oh my goodness. And then when he started touching them ribs, dog, when he started catching them, let's bring that back one more time. Let's just get to the fight. I ain't finna watch all the rest of that shit. Just listen. Just listen. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna let y'all listen.
I have no nigga. That's what I was fucking up wrong, man, nigga.
That's one of them ass whoopers that make you regret all your life decisions. Good grief. That's unfortunate. All right, let's move on. We didn't watch that too much. But it was worth it. Was it not worth it? Quick poll. 0 if it was worth watching the whole video just to see that ass whooping. Actually, 0 if it wasn't. 1 if it was. All right. And then while I pull this other shit up. We already watched this. I got some animal violence. Right, and it's kind of crazy. I got some crazy shit going on. I'm not gonna watch the animal violence. I'm gonna watch this real quick, some weird shit, and then people who are doing crazy shit and then deservedly getting their ass kicked. That might be the theme of tonight.
A few moments later. A few moments later.
honest. The dance was terrible. The fight was terrible. It was all terrible. Yeah. Oh. Chocolate milk. Did you just miss the last fight right before these two women? Oh, you missed a good one. I'm gonna have to bring that back before it's all said and done. I want to see that dude do it again. My high school highlights are on VHS. That tells you how old my shit is. There's that. Y'all wouldn't even be able to see it. It's in 120p. It's bad stuff. But they're good though. Ghetto dance fight. I know y'all be like, Honcho, all you do is show black people doing stuff. When you're gonna show stuff happening to white people, you're such a racist. You got all that self-hate. All right, here you go. The music is terrible. Is it worse with or without the music? Oh, it hurt. You know it hurt. And you knew it was like right at the end it was over with. Like, the fucking whole thing stopped. The momentum is just done. Look at this. Bloop. When you make softer sound effects, it doesn't seem like it hurts as bad, right? It doesn't seem as bad. Like, watch. Ooh, bloop. See? It doesn't seem as bad. It was just like a little bloop. But when you actually hear the clang, it sounds terrible, right? Bloop. That's how they fucking fool you in them damn movies and fucking, not movies, the damn commercials and shit. It's all psychological shit. All right, let's pause that. He's hurt himself enough times. Let's see what kind of good stuff we can get into. So there, y'all got y'all's white people quota. So all black folks can stop saying I'm self-hating over here. We got some weird shit. Let's get into the wokey woke pronoun type shit. And then we're going to, I think we're gonna come back for some animal violence. Right? Okay, well. Oh, I can't do that because of that. Yeah, let's get to the wokey woke pronoun shit. We'll come back for some animal violence. Hey, he's a professional. You don't need no. Oh man, I paused it at a terrible spot, didn't I? Oh, that looks very unfortunate for him. What was he thinking in this moment right here? Right? What is he thinking in this moment right here? Is that the moment where they've shown a video like at this moment he knew he fucked up? That's unfortunate.
This is a reminder that non-asexual aromantic and allosexual aromantic are not always interchangeable. Non-asexual aromantic includes identities such as my own. I'm not asexual, but I'm not allosexual either. My experiences are going to be very different from an allosexual aromantic person's. I think it's just important if you're an ally who's talking about aromantic issues, if you're talking about allosexual aromantic issues, make sure to say allosexual aromantic. There's nothing wrong with that term. Just saying non-asexual aromantic also includes other aromantic people who might not experience sexual attraction but still don't identify as asexual. Just something to keep in mind.
You know what's super weird? Like all these videos are always on like, this is something to keep in mind. You should keep in mind these thoughts. But nobody's thinking about this shit but these people, right? Dolores Law, how are you doing this evening? We're on, man, I want to bring back that one fight video because I want everybody to see that dude whoop that dude again. I was like, my favorite, my favorite video, I think probably the last. My favorite video changed. First, it was the white dude who slapped the other. Don't you know this on camera? He slapped the shit out of him. Then it switched to the one where the chick was hugging herself. We're going to watch that hugging herself video again. That chick was very hairy, but the music was great. I don't know what this is, right? I don't think this is, it's like a prepubescent boy, right? And again, like you're getting brainwashed at a young age. Frogs and cacti, where are you, like in Arizona somewhere? Maybe you ain't got nothing else to do. Weird. The room is weird. This is like what's that shit? Adobe? This room is made out of Adobe. This is an Adobe house. I'm not talking about Photoshop. Yeah, I don't want to listen to that again. I don't even know what aloe vera sexuals are. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's what I'm saying. They just make all these overly intersexual things, like, so they have something else to complain about instead of saying, hey, I'm not really into that shit. I'm cool on that. We got to find a way to, like, break it all down. And this is why I've decided to be weird. But whatever. That guy falling out that thing is hilarious. Let's get some animal violence going on here. I got 2 things of animal violence. Then I got some crazy shit. All right, let's get the first animal violence. I think a lot of y'all like this one. I don't think that's a she. Okay, look, let's take a vote, right? This video right here, I'm gonna put a vote. I'm gonna see if it's a he or a she. You got like 5 minutes. It's way too long. All right, to vote, make sure you put vote, exclamation point vote is one word. All one word. Instructions pop up on the screen in the chat. Pay attention. It's one word, space, and the number that you're voting for. Okay? No multi-voting. We'll see what most people think. And while y'all are voting on that, I agree they are just making stuff up. While y'all are voting on that, zero for she, 1 for he. Remember, exclamation point vote, all one word with a space. Y'all tell me what y'all think that is, right? And while that goes on, we got about 5 minutes for that. God damn it, Shannon. How you messed the vote up twice before you get it right? Everybody else got it right. Shannon gonna mess. First, you're gonna put the 0. I explained it multiple times before I even put it up, right? Before I even put it, Shannon's doing this deliberately to trigger me. She's triggering me. This is what's going on right now. I don't know where you're at, Shannon. I'm gonna hunt you down. I'm gonna use a particular set of skills. Go to the grocery store and get a cucumber and Lysol for your couch. Let's get into the next video. Why are you doing this to me? You just don't want to act right. Let's be honest. That other little brown dog right next to him, that one, definitely a Biden voter. You can see it in his eyes. That's a Biden voting dog. All right. This one here. This is animal violence, right? Like, if you're an animal lover, you might not like this. This, to me, I'm just going to let it play first. And then when you see the animals that are involved, I'm going to say something that's going to be super racist. Right? It's going to be extremely racist. Yeah, Scotty's a vicious animal. He's been turning up all over the place. He likes to argue with the dog at the fence. First, I used to think they were beefing. Now that's how they talk to each other. They have fun running up and down the fence, barking at each other. Yeah, so let me put the thing up. Let me put the viewer discretion is advised for this next video, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm actually thinking twice about playing this video. Suburban Cowboy, what's the motherfucking deal? Ronald Isley, because he doesn't ever come in here. That's why. McVice, what's the motherfucking deal? I'm telling you, Scotty does not like it. Unless I have food, Scotty does not come in here. Unless he's trying to get all weird and lick some feet or something. But that's a whole different thing. All right. I put the warning up. Oh, you missed something great, John. But I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna bring it back before I get into the videos that segue into tonight's topic. But how you doing this evening, John? Actually, I'm gonna mute this because I'll tell you I've gotten a strike every damn video I've been putting up the last things. So I said I was gonna make a very racist joke, right? About this video. You think John needs to see the Big Butt Granny video? I don't think John will see the 66-year-old ass. So I think this is probably how most niggas would like to attack me when I say the things I say, especially that are black related. You know, get rid of that coon. But it is what it is. All right, this is tough to watch, so I'm gonna be honest. And they're really enjoying it. But there's that animal violence. All right, we got Angry Dog out the way. We got, what is the vote looking like? You guys see? I was just going to say, what timing? So most people think that was a he. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, bro. I think it was a he. I don't know if it's dead or if it's just severely abused. They did some vicious stuff. I don't know what this video is. Let's watch this. Hopefully it's nothing too crazy.
Oh my God! Oh, he's doing it. Now.
Oh
my God! If you don't get out my mama car.
He trying to open the door. That's crazy.
He's got the Blackberry truck.
That is crazy. He trying to open the door. That is crazy. Look.
Keith. He finna get in now, Keith.
Don't down that dance with that bell. He gonna dance with you today. He always...
Okay, big fella.
He gone then. I got your back, baby. I got you. I got you. Oh, that's what I'm supposed to be.
That one the same one. That one the same one.
What you say, Key?
Key, come on. I ain't got I thought he was just a walk around.
Man, if the grid shuts down, niggas, we not gonna make it. I mean, if like The Walking Dead really became a thing, we not gonna make it. It's a wrap. These motherfuckers, I got nothing. Next. Shout out to that beard up. You know what I mean? He did his thing. You know, science. Ghetto Love Story. I think this is supposed to be that. And then I think this is what this one was about. Let's check it out.
Go to jail, nigga. I swear to God, I ain't got shit to live for. The bitch got it all in her house. Hey, she got it all in my house. I ain't got shit to live for. Give me my shit, bitch. I want everything out the window, ho. Break it, bitch. I just want it. A nigga watching my shit? Nah, nigga. She got everything on the nigga, please, nigga.
On the door, unless I left my key in the house.
I'm just salty, bro. You ain't been never been salty?
I'm breaking in.
Besides your mind with saltiness?
Yeah.
About a bra?
She gonna come open that motherfucking door for me.
Tomorrow she will, cause guess what? I got the key right here, I promise you. I got it. It's not going nowhere. She ain't gonna leave this. It's right here. She can keep that metal thing. I got this hard. Stop playing.
You gotta be older though. You gotta be a little bit older. Okay, y'all young cats don't know nothing about that. You know, y'all don't know about that shit right there. Hmm. Hmm. That is terrible. Let's stop. We got the key. I guess the key no longer works in that lock. That is unfortunate. All right, we seen the bear. I gotta bring that fight back. I'm gonna bring that fight back before we get to the wokey woke stuff. I'm gonna bring two things back. I'm gonna bring that conversation that the little dude was talking about having with the agents. I'm gonna bring that fight back. We're gonna watch that fight first. But first, got a couple more crazy things. Let's get into it.
Open the door, bro. Open the door, bro. Get up. I'm gonna hit you again. Hurry up. Hurry up, nigga. Bro. Hurry up. Open the door, bro. You won't wake up, nigga. Drunk ass nigga. Hurry up. Fight hit you again, nigga. Hurry up. Open the door, bro. Open the door, bro. Get up. I'm gonna hit you again. Hurry up. Hurry up, nigga. Bro. Hurry up. Open the door, bro. You won't wake up, nigga. Drunk ass nigga. Hurry up. Fight hit you again, nigga. Hurry up.
I don't know why the fuck that shit. It's just because he told him he was gonna do it. He did. You gotta respect the person that follows through on what they say. That motherfucker clocked him dead on the head. That shit was funny for real to me. Oh goodness. All right, let's get to it. We got shit to talk about. We got racist shit to talk about. So I gotta hurry up and show you how these videos. Oh, y'all know I love this shit right here.
Man, y'all get good footage.
You got
I damn sure got that bitch.
Oh.
Shoot.
Y'all get up. Yeah. You got your dirty ball. And then you got the baby.
And man.
What about that? What's wrong with you?
She said, let's go outside. She's trying to rumble.
I'll be honest, they look like they about the same size. Maybe they were fighting over a piece of something. You got a structurally weak-wristed gentleman. You got everybody else in his tussling. This motherfucker got their mask on, but running towards the fight and shit. That's where the Rona at in the fight. You running towards the shit. I tell you, these motherfuckers have no shame fighting in front of the kids, and the kids neglected. Why is the only one dude got the kid, and the other kids just sitting there watching? We're gonna get into racial identity in just a second because boy, this has everything to do with it. Let's finish watching this. This is what I'm talking about. It's like that racial
Damn, y'all get good footage. I damn sure got that bitch.
Don't touch my foot.
Y'all get up. You got your
And man.
Beastie with a female. Nowadays you can be whatever, so I guess whatever. I don't even want to look at that no more. All right. We're gonna get into some crazy shit. 2x4 we can go in the folder. I'm gonna bring something out of the folder. Where is the mall scrap? Damn it. Where'd it go? There it is. Bring that out of the folder. Conversation out of the folder. All right. We're gonna watch I'm gonna save this one. We're gonna watch this one. We're gonna watch this mall scrap. I gotta take a small Honcho hiatus, and then we're gonna get into tonight's conversation.
I would have never thought the GOP would turn on its own constituents.
While this might seem surprising, there's actually not when we examine the history. We saw the same type of thing happen pre-World War II Europe, when the Nazis were talking about those that had been hurt or damaged permanently by the 1918 flu epidemic that ravaged all of Europe during World War I. They had all of these people that they had to take care of, and they had no resources to do it. So the easiest way for fascists to deal with that was to exterminate these people.
This is why disabled people are extremely cautious around eugenics. Because fascism usually exterminates disabled people first. But also I want to address something else with this video. The other day I posted a video about how white vegans oftentimes are using their veganism to recruit people into white supremacy. And Chef John in the comment of that video asked me, is this the reason why white people will stand outside the doors of a mom and pop store of people of color selling their products rather than like a Tyson or a large conglomerate who produces meat products? And the one thing about whiteness I think that a lot of people know intuitively but do not express out loud is that whiteness is cannibalistic. Whiteness will eat its own before it ever gives up financial or political capital. And white people know this. And this is why they would rather go up against people of color than their own. Because once they do, they know that they are just as disposable as the rest of us are. It's why we're watching the GOP turn on its own constituents. It's why a lot of white people's activism around the environment centers demeaning people of color and indigenous practices rather than going up against these large conglomerates. It's why whenever they hear Black Lives Matter, the rebuttal is, well, cops kill more white people without any intention to change that. It's why a lot of white parents refuse to give their children money for college despite having the means to do so. It's because they're testing whether you have the right to survive in a white society. They're testing to see if you deserve your whiteness, and they're discarding of the rest.
I would have never thought the GOP would turn on its own constituents.
When do you think was the last time?
While this might seem surprising, there's actually not when we examine the history.
Edible. It doesn't look like you've done any discarding of anything in quite some time. I'm gonna be honest, right? I'm gonna be honest. Under them titties tastes like deodorant. Don't ask me how I know. Don't ask me no questions. All right? All the big-breasted women in here know what I'm talking about. Those of you who are not so endowed, well, I can't help you. Fellas, y'all know what I'm talking about too. Show love to the big girls. Again, no bull ring, but you know, the multicolored hair. Apparently oppressed because I've been seeing more and more that obesity is racist. racism is the reason why. I showed you that thing the other day where the chick with the tweet was tweeting about white women going to work out at the drop of a hat. The environmental factors are the reason why black women, excuse me, are obese. I told you about that chick that jumped in my DMs talking about I made up stats, right? And when I didn't reply immediately, see, yeah, I told you, you didn't have nothing. So when I finally did see it, because for some reason on my Twitter, I don't get the notifications on my Ed Honcho Twitter, like when people reply and stuff. So when I did see it and I replied with the facts from the CDC, I haven't heard from her. It's been days. She had no response. She was quick to go back and reply to that when she didn't get that immediate response she wanted. I gave her the response after I told her I didn't see it. Took me 50 seconds to find it. Haven't heard from her in days. Again, you know, I was actually expecting her to say those are the white man stats that you're producing and try to neglect it. But again, maybe her shutting up is just as good because, you know, it's crazy. People sit here and say this goofy shit with no basis of nothing. You don't want to compete? Just say you don't want to compete. Get out the game. Go elsewhere. You know, I'm going to complain about this goofy shit. This would have been a great video to save to go with the lead into we're going to save these 3 videos. I'm going to save these other 2 videos and bring that one of those back. We're going to watch this mall brawl real quick. I don't even think it was a mall brawl. It was a beatdown. We're not going to watch the whole thing, you know, because we know that the little kid was annoying. But we're going to watch the best part of it. I'm going to take a quick Honcho hiatus after that. And then, actually, I could let the whole thing play. And then why not take my Honcho hiatus? And then the race, I believe he was of some Middle Eastern descent. Yeah, he was definitely of some type of Middle Eastern descent. He's a doctor. What else could he have been? But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all watch this. I'm gonna play the whole thing so I have enough time for my little Honcho hiatus. And I'm gonna disappear, Alabama. And I'll be right back after these commercial messages.
Pulling up those legs. Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Oh God. Mike can pop on his ass. Right? Can pop his ass.
Oh,
All business. uh, I'm probably the pistachio colonizer. Nah, I don't know. That wasn't no Pookie and Ray Ray. See, old buddy just an old school nigga. He worked. That nigga who whooped his ass, he's a working man who just still dresses like the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? He ain't into the young nigga style. He really wasn't trying to get into it. He wasn't trying to go back to do none of that old bullshit. That young nigga just kept pushing the fucking button. And, you know, it is what it is. He thought he was somebody to play with. That nigga works some kind of blue-collar job. I don't know what kind of job, but he works some kind of blue-collar job. And he has been wanting to whoop somebody's ass for the longest because his job has been pissing him off. So that kid happened to be on the wrong side of them shits. What the fuck? Why is the pimp not working? Wait. Fried it. It didn't save properly. That's what it is. That's unfortunate. Yeah, so it's it didn't. I had the pimp thing fixed tomorrow. It didn't save properly like it was supposed to. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a mother fluffing? Nobody's guessed the secret word of the day today, huh? I'm gonna make the secret word of the day. We'll make it 1,000 pistachios. Nobody's gonna ever guess it. And it's a relatively common word too. So there's that. All right, so let's get into this conversation. First, let me segue it into a couple of things. We already watched that White People Made Me Fat video. This is one I didn't understand. And then I'll bring back the guy talking about being friends with Asian people. And then we're going to talk about racial identity. Well, I'm not going to repeat what I said. Even though I'm muted. I'm just, it's very funny. Like, I don't know. What I was saying is I don't know what the fuck I just watched. I don't know what I just showed you. And I don't get the whole ancestors thing, right? Like, I don't get the whole ancestors thing, right? Because if the ancestors knew all this, why didn't they stop so many of y'all from becoming baby mamas? Why didn't the ancestors tell y'all not to fuck with that dude? Why the ancestors ain't tell some of these niggas not to do what they doing? Ancestors got niggas out here selling dope on the block, right? Like, what is this shit that motherfuckers be on, dog? Like, I don't get it. And the ancestors should told her ass not to be wearing them bullshit ass eyebrows. And it looked like, am I tripping? This bitch got colored contacts in too. I don't think the ancestors would relate to any of that bullshit. Because you ain't trying to relate to the fucking ancestors. You trying to be something you ain't. The ancestors wouldn't be wearing this fucking bullshit in their head. Play this one more time just so y'all can suffer. I'm going to play that Asian thing one more time, and then we're going to talk about racial identity. It's the most physical activity she's done in a long fucking time. I'm going to be honest, that chick, that, or whatever it was, the demisexual thing that we was watching, fucking the other day, trying to do the damn Savage Challenge. Right. This shit is fucking goofy, bro. This is goofy. Like, you got some fucking sweat in your eye. Like, we're going downhill, bro. We're out of it. Like, no, not we. God, I've disassociated. I've retired. So where my nigga Dan been at? Where's Dan? I gotta have good conversations that bring me back to sanity. Because this shit here, I got nothing for these people. This is what I'm saying. This is why I say they gotta speak up against the foolery. All right, let's watch this last thing one more time. Let's talk about racial identity and what I got to say about this.
The widespread animosity between Asian people and black people is probably one of the sneakiest tricks ever pulled to uphold white supremacy. I've seen a lot of black people scoff at the idea that the black community should stand in solidarity and support of the Asian community right now. And to justify this, they say, oh, Asian people don't like us, they don't help us, why should we help them? And the answer is quite simple, because white people don't want us to. It's the same reason that white people pit black men against black women or light-skinned people against dark-skinned people. Because we're a lot easier to control when we're divided. The anti-black and anti-Asian sentiments in our respective communities didn't develop organically, they were put there. They are the product of systems of white supremacy specifically designed to keep people of color disenfranchised in this country. We need to build bridges and stand with the Asian American community and to start dismantling the anti-Asian hatred within ourselves. Because it gets us nowhere, it weakens us both, and there is no question that we would all be stronger together. The widespread animosity between Asian people and black people is probably one of the sneakiest tricks ever.
You wanna know what's sneaky? Is the techniques that he uses to explain his points. Very subtle things that he does. The inflections that he uses, the hand gestures, all of that shit. And that could definitely have an influence on somebody who is not aware. And it just sounds like what he's saying is sensible and factual and all this stuff. Like, it's just, you got to pay attention to these things. Anyway, let's talk about racial identity. And I talk about some people wake up with this lens, right? They wake up with this mentality. Myself here, get off my screen, dude. I don't trust niggas who wear dangling earrings. Like, if you got anything other than studs in your ears, You know, I don't trust niggas who just wear hanging earrings. That shit's weird to me, right? Anyway, so the racial identity, and it's changed over the years. I'm sure it changes for culture, especially when they become westernized. And excuse me, I asked, is it a good thing to have that? You know, some people say, well, you know, your racial identity gives you a sense of pride in who you are, where you came from, you know, what you're about, what your culture's about. And I could see that, and I could agree with that if you have a culture. But to me, Black Americans don't have a culture, right? But we buy into some bullshit. And the bullshit is this corporate culture that you're told to have because you're Black. I mean, think about it. When you don't really have a basis, a foundation, what are you influenced by? Well, the shit you see. So a lot of niggas are influenced by the music, by the television, you know, the videos you see on things. Just think about it. We talk about, oh, we're the most fashionable and we're most this. But most niggas just copy other niggas, right? You know what I'm saying? Most niggas copy other niggas. Like, it's one creative nigga who does something, and then everybody else emulates that and tries to take credit for it. But when your racial identity is detrimental to your success, your well-being, and your future, it's a bad thing to have. And when I say this, like, most people wake up and they start talking about, we see like a lot of these pronoun people, we see a lot of these crazy racial, like the big girl, and somehow it's all white people's fault that, you know, she's in the situation that she's in because they're cannibalistic or they're doing this. Like, why do I care? It's almost like with the poke, right? Like, if you think it works for you and it's good, then why do you care if anybody else is doing it? That's how I feel about like other racial shit. Like, if white people are eating their own, as she was saying, and they're tearing each other down, why do you give a fuck? How does that hurt you? How does that impact you at all, right? I don't give a shit. If you tear your own self down, I don't give a fuck. As long as it don't impact me, I don't give a shit. Why I do give a shit, and what I used to give a shit about niggas, because we tearing ourselves down, but I can say, you know what, I'm no longer part of it. I have disassociated. I have revoked my nigga pass. But it's like, because think about the things we do. When we talk about like education, you go to the schools, you see these mostly Democratic ran cities where you have Black mayors, Black police chiefs, you have Black all these things, but somehow it's white people keeping these things down, keeping them down. Baltimore, Chicago school district, terrible. The GPA, 1.0 GPA, motherfuckers can't pass. Nobody's passed the standardized test. In schools with Black teachers, in schools with more than adequate funding, in schools with, again, like I say, you know, Black principals, Black everything. But somehow it's white people, systematic racism or systemic racism, all these things are going back. But again, like I said the other day, systemic racism is when you can't find somebody really to point a finger at, so you just blame the system, right? It's because it was created by, you got all these niggas in the system now with power, probably more than ever. They can't change the system. We can change the system to include pronouns and other beliefs in gender and all that. You can't fix the system to figure it out. Why y'all niggas is not succeeding, right? Because here's the thing. I told y'all, I was in gifted talent class. I did not study. I didn't make an effort to do a lot of shit. And easily shit on a lot of the kids in the class. Like, it was super easy. I was always finishing my work first. Fucking, generally when I put in effort, I had the best. The only thing, like, when I started getting lazy, when I stopped doing homework, when I was like, realized it was like test scores were 70% of the grade. And I started, this is me. As the more I started hanging around niggas, the less I started giving a fuck. I just take tests. I wouldn't even do any fucking homework. I just take the test. As long as I passed, I didn't give a fuck. But when it came to actual competing, it was no fucking with me, right? But I had this longing that, because there was no other Black kids in class, you know, I only had PE with other niggas. And, oh, you know, you in there with them white folks, you this, you that, you know, this, that, and the third. And I felt like I was missing out on something. My neighborhood, a whole lot of niggas, I didn't go to school with him, or I didn't see him ever at school. You know what I'm saying? Especially in elementary. And so I felt some type of way. I felt like I was missing out. Something. The worst decision I ever made was to be like, yeah, let me go get in classes with niggas. And again, when I put in forth the effort, it was way too easy. Then you become disinterested because there's absolutely no challenge. But I felt like that I needed to be there for some reason. But it was worthless because niggas don't value fucking education. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, what happens when you speak properly or you do certain things, you acting white. Doing things that benefit your success, doing things that benefit your understanding, your ability to comprehend, your ability to assimilate into society and do these things, you fucking acting white. Getting good grades, you're acting white. You're studying, you're acting white. You're actually putting forth effort in this shit, you're acting white. You care about your future, you're acting white. You're thinking about things long term and not just in the moment, you're acting white. I see so many people, especially niggas, say, well, do it, just spit it now because you ain't guaranteed to live. Well, if you continue to pile on bad decision after bad decision after bad decision, and take this from a person who has made, that'll smoke your ass, Heidi. You don't even speak good English. There was a Russian chick in there. She got left with the rest. But the thing is, like I say, it's like, it's your own people who shit on you. When it's black folks, it's us who hold each other down, because when that cream does try to rise to the top, it's the crabs come out. Oh, why you doing that's white people shit? And then so you don't want to be doing white people shit because you want to be black. You want to be black is proud. Black, I'm black and I'm proud. Black is beautiful. All these other things that, you know, these slogans and phrases that are put forth and pushed out there. You don't want to be out of the box. You don't want to be excommunicated from the black community. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be exiled. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be a pariah. You want to be a part of the culture because the black culture is so cool, right? The cool dances and shit. Like, niggas will give you more props for being able to do the fucking ladies there. They'll put their kids on the fucking thing. Oh, that's black excellence. Doing a fucking dance. Then writing a book, starting a fucking a business, any of these other things that matter, that can benefit others, right? Graduating from college. It's only black excellence if you graduate from a black college. Oh, you went to what's the phrase that they use? What's the phrase that they use? You went to a PWI, right? And I talked about this the other day. Like I said, I was kind of getting into it and I didn't want to go all in. But like I said, the racial identity in black America is trash. And I find it sad when, you know, others, be it Africans or West Indian, Caribbean, whatever you want to call them, they kind of assimilate into that, right? Or want to be a part of that. But at the same time, a lot of them do but don't. They'll do black shit, but a lot of them look down upon black Americans. And understandably so. There's a lack of culture. There's no pride in the things that you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of my friends who are of that descent, I don't have a lot. I don't think I people like that. I know real Africans. But the others, like I said, West Indian from the islands, people like that, hardworking, have had hardworking families, doing well for themselves, like had that instilled in them at a young age. I'm not gonna sit here and say they were the fucking sharpest knives in the drawer, but they worked hard, they looked out for each other, had a sense of family, and built. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, and that's what I'm telling you. Like, and I would catch little things, you know, kind of being the only nigga there, and I would understand. I didn't get it, I guess, like why they felt this way or what it is. Like, it really took me seeing shit and understanding, like, black Americans are lost. Like I said, most of these fucking videos and shit you see, these are black Americans, black American women, black American men, fighting, acting retarded, doing all this goofy shit. And it's like there's no sense of pride, there's no sense of self-worth. And that's why other cultures look at us and say, patooey on you. You know, they look down on us and we get mad, but in reality, what is there to be proud of? Like, again, we'll run and take credit for who is the little girl who won the spelling bee. And she's a sharp little chick. But we take more pride in the fact that she can dribble a basketball than the fact that she won the spelling bee. You know what I'm saying? Or that she's good in a field, in mathematics, and everything. And what is her goal? Want to be in the WNBA. Fucking, you have, what's her name? And I fault her for shit. I've talked about this a lot. Fucking, who's the damn president's wife? The African president's wife? Michelle. They said, if you could be anybody, who would you want to be? I want to be Beyonce. What kind of dumb shit is that? You know what I'm saying? What kind of dumb shit is that? You know what I mean? She likes your ass, highly. But again, it's just like, bro, there is no merit. There is no nothing in wanting to be cool. And again, that's all we got as black excellence is oh, we got this fresh clothing, or we got this stuff that's temporary. Fashion is temporary. What's cool now ain't cool in 3 years. Who's still rocking FUBU? For us, by us, right? Who's still rocking fucking FUBU? Who's still rocking what's that shit? Niche or whatever, NYC, whatever that shit was. You know what I'm saying? Who's rocking you know what? And it changes. But you know what? You know what stays a staple of the black community? You know what stays a staple of the black community? Versace, Gucci, you know, what is that other shit? We value the outside shit more than our own shit. The brands that are black made. What up, South Pole? But again, niggas will kill you for this shit. Niggas value material more than the next man. You see it all the time. Like, motherfucker will kill you for a Gucci shirt that they're gonna wear 2 or 3 times and then throw away. Motherfucker will shoot you for some blood diamonds. You know what I mean? It's just like, no, but I have to talk about it. It's fun to talk about because I know somewhere somebody blood boiling. I hate this goddamn coon. I hope, and that's the thing, right? That's why I say it's funny because the more I see it, the more intrigued I am by it now, because it's almost like these people are so well programmed, right? That again, it's to their own different. Like, you're so emotional. There's no logic behind any of this shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be you, Shannon. You're a terrible person. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to take all your pistachios when I put my feet down and look into your pistachio file. And again, like I said, it's sad, really, right? Because to what end? At what point do you accept and say, hey, you know what? This is on me. Because just like most people, I'm going to say like most people, people love to take credit when they do something, right? But then whenever it's their downfall, it's always somebody else's fault. You know, it's always somebody else's fault. Like the reason the Den isn't having any success or hadn't had the success that it could have, it's not my lack of consistency. It's Heidi's racism, right? Fat Farm, Tim's. But no, like I say, it's just, again, people want all the credit. Yeah, that was all me. I put in the work. But then when the downfall happened, it was always somebody else. I was talking about Lady Day because she was I forgot what it was she was looking at. But I was just saying, you know, hey, there's nothing wrong with what you're checking out, but just, you know, make sure you look at a diverse, you know, group of individuals when you're looking at these things, because, you know, sometimes that lens, pardon me, I'm so rude for yawning. But because sometimes they say our people, or those people, stop saying are, because the majority of niggas, the black Americans, don't think along the same lines. Have a blurred lens. They have a singular perspective, and it can be extremely biased. You know, it's just looking at different people, looking at different things. That's why I honestly, like, I used to have this mentality, oh, I'm only gonna, and I still do it to an extent to prove a point, but it used to be, I'm only gonna look at black success because, you know, because they've gone through all the same thing. I look at it now to prove a point that anything can be overcome. But I don't like, not success necessarily through sports or something, like people who've actually, built things. But when it comes to certain readings, I'd like to see it from different people. I'd rather see it from somebody who was poor or somebody who came from a different culture. So now I'd rather read stories from people who have come from places where they suffered from real oppression, where there was real limit, and they came to America and they took advantage of these things and ran with it. Good night, Heidi. Not Heidi, fucking Shannon. Same difference. But again, and it's just like, it's like, come on, bro. You gotta want more. And you can't blame the failures or the lack thereof on other individuals. And then holler, power, power, power. We've had this conversation a bunch of times. Like I said, let's have a black power conversation without mentioning white people. Won't happen. You know what I mean? So where is the real power in your mind? It's a real crazy thing. But again, going back to racial identities, that I think that it's good to have a culture, but where there is no culture, you got to kind of make your own culture as an individual. Because again, if I subscribe to the racial identity of Black Americans, then I need to be on the block. I need to make sure I got my gold chains. I got to make sure, I speak in pure Ebonics. I know all the latest urban vernacular. I got to make sure I dress like that young gentleman who got his ass slid through the mall. And I got to know all the reality TV. I got to know all the backstory of all, everybody. Like, to me, when people say, oh, I don't have time, I don't have the ability, but then they sit and they know, like, I forgot what the numbers were. It's been a while. This is actually something that was about 2014, 2015 when I read it. And they were talking about the numbers of the average person in America, and like the average across like the races, how much people watch TV. And again, I guess that's back when people still watch TV. I'm sure it's skewed a little bit now, but because of the internet. But niggas by far, like almost double the amount compared to everybody else. But niggas tell you, I ain't got time for that. I ain't, it's the system. It's you holding yourself down because you choose to, inundate yourself with bullshit that don't fucking matter. Like, even when it comes to, like I say, the sports stuff. People say, oh, why don't you talk about all the sports? I don't give a fuck. I don't got time to give a fuck about all the fucking sports. I give a fuck about Houston. I keep a small, narrow lane, and that's it. I seriously don't have the patience to give a fuck about everybody else. You know what I say about and so it's just like people, that's why people ask me, why did you do this? It's because I don't. I really don't give a fuck, because there's so much more going on that I don't have time to give a fuck about all this shit, bro. But again, it is what it is, man. Like I said, it's crazy. This identity means that I should have to hate the police to have never bothered me until I started doing shit that would have attracted their attention, right? Like, honestly, I could point to, I could point to a situation or two that was inconvenient, right? I can point to a situation or two that was inconvenient. You could probably say that, yeah, that was not what's happening. Part of it, I may have, I could have amplified it slightly by my demeanor, by my attitude. One incident I can think of, they wasn't doing anything. So I could say maybe I was genuinely uncalled for, but it still wasn't anything just completely outrageous, right? The niggas will sit here and talk about they killing us in the streets, right? But I guarantee I don't have the numbers. I was just thinking about this the other day because I kind of wanted to talk about it. I don't have the numbers, but I'm willing to bet everything that more niggas get killed in nightclubs across America than get killed by the police. And that's not a bold statement that I'm making. That's why I'd be so willing to go there. Like if one of these online casinos had a wager on it, give me a prop bet for 2021. More blacks get killed in nightclubs, even with even probably in 2020 with the lockdowns and shit. I'm pretty sure. You say she Beyonce came. Beyonce wasn't the best singer in Destiny Child. You know what I'm saying? And now Jay is what he is. It's not my favorite rapper. I think rap is whatever. But how you doing, Miss Cartier? Yeah, I bet all my pistachios. If more niggas get killed in fucking nightclubs than get killed by police in total. We count all the nightclubs across America versus all the police forces across America. I'm almost willing to say triple. And let's not even just talk about shootings. Like let's not even talk shootings. Yeah, let's make it shootings because then you can kind of open it up a little bit more. It's like some niggas probably here in Houston last week probably had a third of that. And so that's my thing. But the Black American will focus all their energy on one or two incidents. And the reason why it seems so traumatic, why it seems like it's way more than it is because this is how we handle these things, right? Police kills a dude. Before the facts come out, before we find out, nigga might have had a pistol, might not have had a pistol, so I'm not going to act like every situation was that. Take GF, for example. That shit got played in front of you thousands of times. And some people watched it every fucking time. Some people watched it, try to break it down and do all this shit. So they watched this man, die 100 times, 200 times. Every time you're watching that, your mind and trauma have a unique relationship, right? You don't have to actually experience the physical trauma for your mind to absorb that trauma, right? And so what happens is you watch one guy clock out. Nobody cares about your opinion. When you come back, you won't have any pistachios, Shannon. How about that? So we watch one guy die. Or they, not me. I might have saw it twice. Watch this one guy die 100 times. So it feels in your mind that 100 niggas done died. Or you watch 200, it felt like 200 niggas done died. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, to you it feels like it's happening over and over again. The Trayvon Martin thing. Oh God, what was her name? Say her name. The one who was fucking with the dope dealers. She left one dope dealer, was fucking with the other dope dealer. They had all the shit on tap and all the information. And again, that's white man's information. How you know the cops ain't make that? Cops wrote a whole fucking novel with pictures of the cars, receipts, and all this other shit. They wrote and made up this novel. They just pieced these things together to make something up about her that they pulled out a fucking week later that they had under investigation for a long ass time. The officer, they just made this shit up about her because they were plotting on her for whatever reason. She was just a hard working. Breonna Taylor, thank you. And so I need to give me some of that trauma money. Traumatized by Heidi. Break bread. But it's just like you watch this stuff and you got people who wake up because we've told each other that, right? We've told each other they're killing us, they doing this, they doing that, they doing it. But the niggas that's getting killed just because you cool with your local neighborhood dope dealer, you're cool with your local neighborhood D-boy or nigga that's on the street or the person that may have a little mental issue going on and you may be familiar with it or whatever else is going on. And because they look like you automatically associate their problems. One of my favorite things to say is you don't ever see Bill Gates down in the trailer park when the fucking meth lab explodes. Oh, my people, I need to invest in meth intervention. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, but we automatically associate every death to just some type of oppression, some type of trauma. It was all the way back to slavery. No. And again, what's super crazy is that this behavior wasn't slave behavior. I told y'all, Black Americans lived in the South majority. Lived in the South, the majority of them lived in the South. And then, so who were they around? Poor Southern whites. And that's what they fucking emulated. Like, I had to learn, like I said, I say certain things that, again, like, I don't like. It bothers me, but when I learn it, I fact check it, and I come to my senses about it, it hurts. But that hurt, that pain is growth. You see, on average, not even on average, the majority, if you take a nigga from the South versus a nigga from the North, that Northern or East Coast, whatever you want to call them, is going to be more intelligent than the one from the South, right? Why is that? Well, I'm sure there's a lot of factors. I don't have time to go over all of them, but it's more than likely. And this is coming from a nigga from the South, so why would I say this shit, right? Hate you damn Yankees, you know? Damn hippies. All of y'all. But I say these things because it's true. It's true. And nobody says this shit, and that's why we all get impacted by these things, because we have these crazy beliefs, and it is what it is. So even amongst the whites, northern whites are a little bit sharper than some of the southern whites, right? A lot of the big plantations, a lot of stuff down here wasn't necessarily owned by southern whites. They got taken advantage of too. They were not the sharpest knives in the drawer. So a lot of them had habits, and on the region that they've come from, that were similar to nigga habits now. Oh, you stepped on my shoes. I gotta fight you to the fucking death. You know what I'm saying? I gotta fight you to the fucking death. That's my pride, my honor. You know? What was that? What was that? Not knockdown, drag out. It's a different term that's used for fighting that was associated with the South a long time ago. But again, so what happened is, Black Americans, once they were freed, a lot of them start picking up a lot of them habits from poor Southern whites that they were around. They start calling this shit black culture. They start talking about the way we speak. This is Ebonics. This is Africanized. How? When fucking, I don't know where Lady Licious is. So y'all telling me Lady Licious is Africanized? And she's a damn German. You know what I'm saying? Lady Licious came in here, and this is not an insult to Lady Licious or anything. But she came in here and everybody thought she was black. But y'all are telling me this is Africanized, Ebonic speak? You know what I'm saying? Because this is a black culture. They talk like black folk. No, you talk like dumb Southern white people. That's what it is. And then you adopted it and embraced it in ignorance. Back then, who didn't like education? Who thought school was stupid? You know what I'm saying? It was the poor Southern white. That goddamn education ain't gonna do nothing for me. You know, and again, we embraced that shit. Then we ran with the shit. And so here we are. Now we have taken over it, while those Southern whites who have grown through generations have kind of changed their ways a bit. Trust me, it's a lot of rednecks act just like niggas act just like rednecks. The only difference is the vehicles they drive. You know what I'm saying? But rednecks tend to have more crafting skills, if you will. But it's a lot of the same culture in there if you look close enough. You know what I mean? Especially in more backwoods boys. You know what I mean? And that's what it was. You know, again, so I don't get it. Because niggas will fight tooth and nail to sit here and say this is our culture when you're ignorant as don't realize, no, it's not. You're fighting for white culture that you claim to hate so much. We ain't got no African shit going on. The Africans are real motherfuckers who came from Africa who know what Africa is. We are Americans. You know what I'm saying? But we hate embracing that so much because of some past misdeeds. And yes, that sounds very watered down when I say it. But when you continue to live in that trauma, we were slaves, I'm watching slave movies, I'm reading slave books, I'm reading slave love stories, I'm watching music videos of these niggas dancing with chains on, acting like slaves. You doing the trauma and the oppression to your fucking self. Like, I don't get the fact that people will get mad. Niggas will get mad. Black Americans get mad. And a white person says, man, and this is why I say, you know, why I lean a bit the way I do. Like I said, I still consider myself independent. I just have certain views that, you know, some people may or may not agree with. But when a person says you can do it yourself, no, I can't do it because slavery. I can't do it because racism. Who's the one telling you that you can and that you can't? Like, who is the person that's really benefiting you? The person who's telling you that you have all the ability in the world to succeed, or the person that's telling you no matter what you do, you can't do it. You're limited. You lack the knowledge, the ability, the power, the sense to do it. Because to me, I'd rather hang out with the old quote unquote racist white man who tells you all you got to do is, hey man, put in the hard work. You can be anywhere you want to be, versus the nigga who telling me, man, no matter what, you just can't do it. It's over for you. No matter what you, one is putting you in a fucking box. One is setting you fucking free. You know what I'm saying? And because you don't like the skin tone of the one, or you don't like the vernacular, or maybe because they're not going to sit here and coddle you for every issue that you didn't truly experience, but you've, put yourself through the mental trauma of, because you go and relive experiences that never happened to you. That's why I say, when you see these little babies and stuff, you ever see them little videos, the little white baby, black baby, see, oh, it's my buddy, and they go run and they hug, and when they're young and they're kids, they all buddy and all that shit. But then it's as they get older and they get more indoctrinated with this way or that way that those things change. When you go seek out that and then you live through those mental traumas, that shit impacts you, that shit affects you, and that shit makes you believe shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's fucking crazy. Shout out to Dan, the motherfucking man with the plan. I was just asking where my nigga Dan was, man. Hold on, let me bring that back. Just in case y'all didn't hear that. Appreciate the love. Shout out to Dan. Damn it. Where did I put the damn thing? Yeah, I saw that shit. Shannon talking about she going to bed. She can't leave it then. She need this then. This late night then love. Get you some. But again, like I said, it's oh my God, I didn't talk about the new 58 gender options on Facebook. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But again, man, like I say, it's the niggas that'll tell you that you can't. It's the niggas that'll tell you, well, why? Because they want to keep you down with them, because they don't want to put in the work, because they don't want to believe that it's possible. It's all fucking possible. You can fucking do it. When you have to disassociate yourself from certain groups, and it can be painful. Who the fuck is Ramiro? Who the fuck is that? I don't know what you're talking about, Kenneth. It is, and again, when you've been put in that, you want to, and I mean, it could cause you to lose family members, it could cause you to lose friends, but in reality, man, are those people really the people that you want to be associated with if they are holding you down from you being able to reach your maximum potential? You know what I'm saying?
Lil Nas X and Megan Thee Stallion are the new archetypes for the Black American racial identity. If that's the case, consider me Haitian.
Appreciate the love, man. But like I said, it is crazy, because also when you talk about white supremacy, right? And you look at a lot of these black nations. Broderick's here, great. The Broderick is the real white supremacy. Did you see all the shout outs we gave you on the sauce, Broderick? But if you didn't, you might need to go back and watch that stream. But the thing is, Stashio, let me see what y'all in here crying about that. Let me see what I can do. Stashio oppression. I am an oppressor. I don't believe in equality. You know that. I'm all about oppression. But really what it is, I'm not oppressing you. I have white mods, and they're the one taking all your pistachios. It's them. It's not me. It's them. It's Heidi. She's Caucasian of some sort. You know, and just lump them all together. She's stealing all your pistachios. I would never do such a thing. How could it be me? Dear folk, I fuck with y'all, man. I love y'all. I really do. Let me see what's going on in this pistachio situation. Well, you know, white people don't matter. You know, I'm black, so I got to use the black lens, Heidi. If you're not black, you're white. That's the black lens. All right? Are you not paying attention to the stream? Have you been sipping the scissor? But look, like I say, when you operate like that, man, you really do limit yourself. And it's unfortunate. Let me see what y'all got. Let me see. Only over here talking. Only, what are you talking about? You got plenty of stats. You like in the close to the top 10. You see? Oh. Yeah. You and talking about y'all right there. Y'all not in the top 10. Y'all right there though. Y'all like 11 and 12. Some pistachio impression. Y'all got more pistachios than I do. But again, so like my deal is like, man, honestly, and Heidi's right about certain things because I do catch myself every now and then falling back like I'm supposed to care, but I don't. I cannot. I don't have time left to care, right? Because one, I believe the world's going in a crazy direction, and then two, I just can't because I don't relate to a lot of the same shit. I cannot. I cannot fucking waste the time. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate though. Speaking of paste, somebody's copied and paste. Hattie's not a catfish. Told you she gave me a free trial to her OnlyFans. I've never seen such a bleach booty hole ever in my life. All I'm saying, bro, is just like we got to get away from that shit, and really, with the shit is it's not. We live in such a diverse world that if you really trying to just, if you really just trying to, and I get it, like you naturally want to be around people that you feel you can relate to and shit, but man, at this point, bro, it's like, fuck it, who cares? There's so many different cultures, communities. You can go be one of these super new pronouns. They'll accept you. No, Heidi has no cakes. That's the one thing. What do you call, I guess you call it flatbread, right? Wouldn't quite be cakes. But anyway, we still love Heidi. But you know, like I said, it's just that you find your community, you find the people you fuck with. Like the Den, right? The Den. Very diverse group of people. Now, some people come in here and don't like when we talk about black folks. Some people don't like specifically when we talk about black women, but enjoy talk about black men. Some vice versa. Like I say, it's a whole lot of different views, feelings, and perspectives. Some like it when we talk about everybody. Oh no, there's no bait, and I wouldn't hold my breath on that. But again, you know, and it's funny because, like I said, I say certain stuff. Somebody came in there, somebody was on the Twitter. I was, oh, I got that fucking light on. No wonder why it's so weird. I don't know. I don't know these terms. Too many terms to learn. I don't know. But I'm gonna watch that hug video. It's all over again. But like I said, man, it's just the support in various areas. I told y'all I talked about the Republicans when I really first was surrounded by Republicans, and it changed my perspective. Even on the internet, the varieties, the variations of people that I've come across and had conversations with, people who don't speak so good of English, people who are from other countries. And when you realize that, like, people fuck with you for you being you, you know what I'm saying? You realize that the skin tone thing ain't all that. I get more racial oppression. See, y'all some assholes because y'all did it, right? Y'all did it again. See, this is why there's a pistachio switch. Y'all let me sit here with these fucking headphones on all this time, knowing ain't shit going on, right? They trolled her. How to say? Pistachio binary. This is where we're getting. You know what? Let me show some love. I don't even know all my fucking myself. Oh, that's what it is. King John, I see. Like you, all this shit we sitting here telling you about, you'd have got your ass shot if you was in Miami tonight. You see, we in here talking about nigga. You worried about rappers and goofy motherfuckers. Like, These are this. See, I do this to try to save. I used to do this to try to save King Jaja, and then you, Jaja, you know what? You fucking up, nigga, because you like a real African. You doing non-African shit. You know what? And then get out. Look, whatever Jaja looks at on Twitter is worse than what I be looking at on Twitter. I tell you that. So that nigga Party's like nobody. I don't even know who he is. Like I had to look that shit up the other day. But here's the thing again, right? I say I fuck with people because they're people, and like I said, the internet is a beautiful thing because yeah, you got some little corners of the shit where there is hate brewing, but people who are angry, you know what I'm saying? Like who are angry, it's because of their own ignorance. It's because of their own problems. It's issues generally within themselves. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I got it ass backwards. Maybe I'm in the wrong. Because I wake up happy because I choose to wake up happy. You know what I'm saying? Is everything in my life perfect? Far from it. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate everything. I am thankful for everything. Even moments like this where we just sitting here chopping it up. It ain't too serious. It ain't too this, that, or the third. And I said I was going to open up the line and test out these. I have not tested out these lines like I need to. I promise tomorrow we're going to start testing out some new lines. I don't know. Let me go back and look. What you over there talking about only? Let me see. You gotta see. I like when stuff that makes me laugh. You know that gets you pistachios. Okay, I give you that for the pistachio snap card. I give you that. Yeah, they need it. They fucking wake up miserable. They wake up, and if they don't see something miserable, they go find something miserable. That's why you see a smaller group of people. You see way more violence videos, angry, fucking shit every day, right? These are people who are supposed to love each other. They're supposed to be the lives that matter. All that bullshit. That shit is all bullshit. Again, all propaganda, all TV shit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it is. Like you see, you motherfucker really say, "What are you over there being happy for, nigga?" Another black people, yeah, look at this happy ass nigga. Like, remember we talked about that thing, right? That black women have an issue with smiling. Why? Like I told you, I don't even give a fuck if you give me a little fake smile. My wife would give a fake smile all the time. How are you? I said, I learned that shit. That shit cool. But it's just like, what's the problem, bro? Like, what is the problem? You want to be exalted and put it on these pedestals and things, but don't feel like you should return a positive energy to other people. I don't get it. And you know what? I don't feel it. I'm gonna officially start selling out. I'm gonna start selling out starting tomorrow. God damn it. I'm gonna go full what's that ex-cop's name? What's his name? I'm not a fan. Can't think of him. Amazing Lucas did a whole thing. You know, did I say that? I think I did say that about Amazing Lucas on the stream once. You know, I'll just be honest when I think. I don't know if I said he has bad ideas. Just, you know, I don't know. Tatum, yeah, that's the one. I'm not a fan of Tatum. I don't think he likes himself very much. Yeah, I'm not a Tatum fan. Like, it's just something about, like, I be feeling like I have like this energy reading device, like the DBZ niggas sense his energy. It's just something about it, like something. I don't know. It's just something disingenuous to me. Like the same way I feel about what's her name? Like I say, it ain't nothing necessarily that she said just have been too off the wall. Just something about the energy ain't right to me. And someone's like, and so that's what's super funny too, because you got a lot of niggas who come in who hate, who if I don't agree like with the regular nigga shit, if the bitch was arguing, yeah, you must be one of them Candace Owens, love it, yeah. Like I don't even like it. Like y'all try to put me in this fucking box, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not in a box. Like you can't. You can't put this nigga in a box. I'm not a box nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's motherfuckers who agree with me that I don't really, I can't fuck with it. Like, something about it is just like not it. Like I say, I'm not, that's why I say I lean independent, man. And that's why I say, because certain shit that even though motherfuckers may agree, it's just something about them like, I'm not a fan. Like I said, I have no hate towards them. I have no hate towards anybody. I don't wish ill towards anybody. It's just something about certain characters that I don't think that if we were to have a conversation, it would be the best conversation, or it would last very long. Be a very positive, constructive one. You know what I'm saying? It's just, for whatever reason, it's just the type of energy I get. And I feel like I'm a person who can talk to almost anybody. But yeah, I saw that. I saw that shit. Like, and my thing was crazy about it is like, one, if the motherfucker did throw drugs in your shit and you didn't get arrested, that should tell you something right there already, right? And so there's a car lot. Man, that's what I'm saying. They said like used car prices are crazy. I passed some shit the other day. I was just looking. I was on the freeway, but yesterday there was a car lot talking about the king of cars or some shit, and motherfucker had like 3 cars in the whole fucking lot. That shit was like look empty. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. The shit was empty. And so like, one, if you didn't get arrested for it, like, why are you making a big kerfluffle, a big fuss about it? Because obviously it was not a thing. Like, it would have been different. Like, I get recording it, protect yourself. I'm not against that. But you put it out like, oh yeah, look, he threw something in here and he let us go for nothing. The fuck, bro? Like, why is that even a deal, man? It's gonna get crazy. Like, I hope y'all are paying attention. It's about to get wild. It's about to get real crazy. It ain't even started yet. Nah, fuck Coil Ray. I don't even, like, right? And it's fucked up to say, I'm just saying this about somebody I don't even know. But, like, I see, that's the, I don't like, I see, Jaja, you're terrible. See, Jaja, you moving backwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, you used to be where Kenneth is now. You know what I'm saying? You used to be where he is. Now you moving to where Kenneth used to be. And like, y'all done switch places. You know what I'm saying? Kenneth was on the musical nigga shit, and now Kenneth's getting himself together. And then now you was on your shit, you was on your school shit. Now you on the musical nigga shit. Boy, if you don't get your shit straight and stop worrying about these peon ass motherfuckers, like, what the fuck, bro? I don't give a damn about no goddamn quarter. I don't give a damn about none of these rappers. Yes, I know she's trash and can't rap and she gets booed and all that other shit. Like, fuck her, fuck Benzino, all that bullshit. Like, fuck all these motherfuckers who selling bullshit to niggas and calling this shit art and music and all this other shit. The only reason she probably on was because Benzino wasn't there. That nigga tried to rap. Wasn't nobody fucking with that nigga shit. Yes, Eminem destroyed his motherfucking ass. Right around the same time, I think, who was that? Everlast had tried to have people. Yeah, I remember all that shit. All that shit on the grand scheme of shit is fucking pointless. It has no merit. It's not benefited my life in one iota. The fact that I know these things, that none of it matters. None of it, right? It is what it is, though, right? The hell are you talking about, Heidi? Ask your question. We're going to end this damn stream. Y'all got me going past sleep time. I've been wearing this Fitbit, right? It's broken. I'm just doing it for show because my wrist looks naked without it. And I've been wearing it so fucking much. All my other watches, the fucking batteries are dead in it. Because just like I told you earlier, Heidi, because I was inquiring something similar, and they were just like, well, you might as well spend it now because you ain't guaranteed to live. Like, it's this instant gratification fucking situation. They don't believe they're going to live long term. They don't believe in leaving nothing for the future generation. We talk about how they kick motherfuckers out the house at fucking 18 instead of trying to, do like the Asians do, the racial identity of other cultures, who build together and pay bills together, split bills together, and fucking all come up together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, niggas don't believe in that. Like, come on, Heidi. How many videos have I shown? I probably showed, even over the last week, 100. They're like 5 videos a day. And probably, 6 days. So I probably shown 30 videos over the last week of black people fighting each other, mainly black women. I wish, because they do not tip. They do not tip. So that would definitely be way better. But again, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like niggas hate each other, man. And that's the craziest thing. You ain't line shot me. Like, it blows my mind that we'll we'll do all this other shit that's originated from Asian cultures, white cultures, Hispanic cultures, all these other things. And oh, you know, we just do it because we like it. But let a motherfucker braid their hair. You know what I'm saying? Let them braid their hair. And it's a wrap. You cultural appropriate motherfucker. Braids, that's the best you got? Like, come on, bro. What? Blacks don't tip black? No, they don't. What are you talking about? I'm not going to hell. I told you I speak fast. I wish they did. I can't do nothing but tell the truth, right? I wish they did, but they do not, right? So for those of you who do know, DoorDash gonna see this shit. And if I talk about it, I'm like, let's find his account and cancel that man. When I see Africanized names, this shit don't ever be African. Niggas don't even know what an African name is. I already know what I'm in for, right? I be in the Discord sometimes when I'm out dashing. And I call it as it's happening. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Damn, tell you. Niggas are the worst, bro. The worst. Like, I'm telling you. I see the name, and if the name looks like her mom probably drank Alizé in the mid-90s, well, you already know what's going to happen. And I gamble, I bet on it. Like, I'm like, this person is going to, no, they don't tip anybody. Talk about height. And that green doesn't matter if you're black, white, or gray. No, they don't. It's fucked up, but it is what it is. Yeah, nobody. What's that shit they say? Anybody can get it. But when it comes to black people and tipping, anybody can't get it. Nobody can get it. Terrible. No, like that's a super crazy thing, like, because it's fucked up because I end up overdoing it. You say you got tip for $8 man. Fortunate for you. I was man, I be calling it, bro, because I was out what was it? Not Midtown. They had like a challenge for the inner loop, and the inner loop fucking sucks, right? Because you can end up anywhere. Fucking 5 miles takes you anywhere. You know, fucking north side, you might be in the fucking third ward, you might be anywhere, right? So it's like, no, they don't, bro. Like, because see, people don't understand. They think that service fee, that's the tip to people, right? That's what I'm telling. I get, like, if y'all wanted the den to blow, if I start talking about DoorDash stories on the den, I made it primarily that old, shit would blow up for real. It would blow up for real. Because I can tell you some crazy, super crazy, stupid shit. And people do the most and want the least. Like, I honestly, like, because there's a base pay. There's like a base amount. And that's how you know when a motherfucker doesn't tip anything. Like, and the only thing it always says, well, people may tip more. Nobody tips after. Nobody does that. Nobody increases the tip after. It's happened to me once. And it's because I was getting my Mac on. I finessed that. But then, like I say, you know, certain neighborhoods you're going in, it ain't gonna happen. And again, and it's what is the other thing? It was the thing I was saying, like, and so, like, I think when that ran a Discord talking about I hate poor people. And I didn't mean poor like financially poor. I mean like mentally poor. No, they changed. Like when I used DoorDash before I ever started fucking with it, like I didn't know that you could change it to 0 tip. Like I did not know that. Like until I actually started doing it, I did not know that was possible, that you could change it to a 0 tip. Like I thought you had to, and I'm not tripping because I always do. I over tip. Like whatever it is, I'll add some to it. Like so, I never knew that until like I was like, what? And I started getting. I'm like, what? Hey, wait, how is this a? Like I never knew it. I never knew it, bro. Fast food orders. Majority of fast food orders, people ain't tipping. Motherfucker order $100 worth of fucking fast food. They'll be tipping. Favor, I got a thing for Favor too. Favor's terrible, bro. Like it's not that it's terrible. They gotta figure out a better system. You know what I'm saying? One, I don't want to go all across fucking America. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when I thought, I'm like, you gotta really, like, you have to mark a 0. Yeah, like you have to do that shit. Like that's super crazy. That's crazy to me. Yeah, and so that's what I say. Like it's a few things. That's what I'll say more in the Discord. I've said enough here. Favor me, like one, because it ain't never available in my area when it's time. Like when I want to do it, I've done a couple of favors. I was in the den one time. I did a favor. And I'm not gonna lie though, because it was a favor, and the lady had me go to Wally World, right? And she really wanted some fucking not egg roll shit, but like some shit to make spring rolls or something. And she kept telling me like it's on the Asian aisle, it's on the Asian aisle. Like he said, and I'm like, I was there for fucking a long ass. I spent way more time in there than I should have. Like, and it was only looking for 2 things. I got everything else quick. There was 2 items. They were both like these Asian items. She's like, go on the Asian aisle, the ethnic aisle. I'm like, there's no ethnic aisle here. So I went on there's no international, there was no ethnic aisle at this particular Walmart. But I went, I asked the workers, they're like, no. Other than I even asked an Asian worker for the Asian aisle stuff. And he's like, yeah, it's over here. I go over there, it's not there. One of the things, and she just kept at, and I did everything. I stayed in communication. I was livid. I was complaining. I was like talking so much shit. And in the den, they thought it was fucking hilarious. I was in the Discord, right? And I was talking a bunch of fucking shit. And fucking, like, and I found out, I think like the next day or later, whatever, like she ended up coming back, put like a $25 tip on that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was, I was mad about it, but it was cool. People tip better, I think, via favor though. But you actually like gotta do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta actually do things. No, and then the way that the Dash is doing stuff now, the way that they're covering certain orders and tips, like you don't even know. Like I ran a little bit today. I ran for about an hour a day. And it's kind of fucked up because if the restaurant fucks some shit up or whatever, it can impact you. I ran for like an hour.
I had a table at Applebee's some years ago. About $500 tab. They asked if the tip was already attached to the bill. The minute I mentioned it was optional, they laughed and walked out. I got about $5. Negroes.
Wow. Of course it was. Niggas, dog. Niggas don't believe in tipping. That's why I said no, there's no oh word. I'm saying I don't even know how favor. I might start doing it again then. I ain't know how that shit works. Yeah, but I went today. I had an order, and it wasn't even like all that bad. They ordered something from a steakhouse place. I'm not gonna say where. And I said I need to start doing it. I think I'm gonna start streaming my my dashes when I do go dashing on Twitch or something like that. Oh, okay, that's what the delivery fee is free, but they have to oh, okay, that's how that works. Okay, so I didn't know how that shit went down. Okay, cool, bet that. Well, thank you for telling me that. I have not favored in months. It's just be babysitting. Hey, the schedule's out. I'm like, it's gonna stay out. Fuck that. But yeah, like they gave me like a $15 tip today. Wasn't really that bad. It was a couple of miles, but they, like I say, they didn't order that much food. It don't seem like. So sometimes you get some love, rarely. Appreciate the love, Dad. Appreciate the love, Heidi. Thank you for the tip. That's what I'm saying. But here's the, oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Thank you, 17. The cheapest people want the most top-notch VIP quality fucking stuff. I had, man, bro. I had a motherfucker give me a lower rating. He was a structurally weak-wristed man because I got a double order. And prior to it used to be where you couldn't switch the orders around. Now you can kind of do it how you want to. And this is when I was working in the fucking inner loop. And it took me somewhere else. And when you get the calls from the, sometimes like you can get people call you, then they do, it's like, you don't know the number. So sometimes it'll say it's a DoorDash number. Most of the time it won't because they get like these crazy ass area codes and they're different local area codes. And then, appreciate the love, 17. The fucking dude called me while I was taking the other order. And I didn't know, I didn't even know that was the number, right? So like he called and asked where I was or some shit. Like, bro, you got 2 orders from this place, you next. Then, now like, and again, even after all this, like I was at the gate and whatever gate code they gave me didn't work. And then somebody pulled up behind me. So as somebody was pulling up behind me, I called. I was like, hey, yeah, could you give me get the gate code or whatever? And I pulled behind that other person. So I thought the other person might have had the gate. So if they didn't work, cool, I'll type it back in. So they sat there for a minute. And really, style, that's crazy. Appreciate the super chat love. High tipping is very wild. They probably, everything else is terrible on there. Yeah, it's kind of like that with the whatchamacallit too. But see, now you maybe I might fuck around in favor tomorrow. But the yeah, the dude, like I said, the food was there early, ahead of time and all that. And then like I pulled up, he's like, yeah, I'm outside with the dog. But but the person in front of me like was blocking the thing. So it's like I couldn't put the code back in there. Right? And I couldn't put the code back in there because I'm waiting. And they sat there for quite a bit. Maybe 2 or 3 more minutes. So I guess he was expecting me just to pull through the gate at any time. So once they moved, I put the code in there and he's sitting there with his kind of hand on his hip thing going on with his phone and his little dog and his questionable link shorts. And one, it was like a woman's name on the thing. So
another table I had was a drunk, effeminate son person. He showed me a picture of a penis and asked what I thought about it. No warning whatsoever. I'd have caught a hate crime charge for saying something. And of course, no tip. Negroes.
Yeah, look, you're going to force a phallus in my direction. At least tip. What kind of shit is that? Appreciate the love. Damn, man. What are you answering, Miss Bell? Well, the other things. Say from 12 to 2 and 6 to 9. But it's like, and how do y'all like the new trivia questions? Are they better than the old trivia questions? I figured at least give people a fair chance if they might have missed certain things or certain info who aren't as present. There they are. But yeah, so the dude was there with his little dog, and he gave me a fucking low ass rating, right? Gave me a low ass fucking rating because he didn't get his order first. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then, oh my God, I hate apartments, bro. I hate apartments and I hate people who don't, like give directions in their apartment. Like people assume that all apartment layouts are the same or something. Because people, you have different types. So like you have certain apartments that don't follow through. You know what I'm saying? So like it's only doors on this section. And if the door you're not looking for, you have to like walk back out and then go around the side. And so there's only certain numbers, right? And they're numbered all weird. So you get those, or you get the ones that have like, I mean, just some of them just have crazy numbering systems. So there's been plenty of times that, you know, you might have 2 to 3 sets of stairs, and they may be numbered, I guess you would say, vertically in order or horizontally, or like across the way. So it's like I've had to walk up 3 flights of stairs, come down. This one's 121 is on the first floor, and 122 is on the second floor, 123. But usually it's the building number, then the 1, 2, or 3, it will tell you what floor it is, and then whatever number follows after that tends to be the door number or whatever. But it's like, God. No, see what I've learned, see what I've done now? If y'all want to know terrible shit, go to like a DoorDash driver Reddit, and you will understand, like, there's some people in there, I'm like, wow. But I've also learned a lot of game from that. Like, I've learned a lot of game from the DoorDash driver Reddit. And so, yeah. Oh, man. And that was the thing, too, like, and especially with without the glass, I didn't realize how bad I saw the dark. Then when I got the glass, it helps a lot. But then you still have a lot of apartments that don't have lighting anywhere near the number, so you have to get out, look around. And again, I've had people, oh my God, I had one. Because sometimes when the little shit pops up, you gamble. You gamble on what the tip, like sometimes it may tell you that number that's on there. Sometimes it may be a little more. You gamble sometimes, right? So I took a gamble on one. It was still a decent tip either way. It was still a decent trip, either way, because it was like during the bonus time. But I've had people put on there, follow a car into the gate. Bitch, it's fucking 10:30 at night. Not a lot of cars are coming through this gate. Like, timing is important. You know what I'm saying? I'm not for the city. And here's the fucked up part about it. So, I get in, and the way this fucking it's a huge fucking complex. It's a huge fucking complex. And then I get in there, I drop her shit off, and I see that there's literally a gate right there, like an entrance gate, like right from her apartment. So I've come all the way around, like felt like it was like half a mile to get to her fucking apartment. And the fucking gate was right there. Like, honestly, could have said, come around here. She could have walked to the gate faster than I would have been able to drive there. If she'd have just said, come on this side. I'm like, bro, sometimes, whatever. Anyway, I am way past. Y'all got me on this crazy dash time. Whatever, we may do that. It may be a future episode, because I trust me, there's plenty to talk about. No, you can't. Oh man, no. The worst of the worst kind of people in any. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Everybody who's done some type of favor in a dash, we're gonna have a stream like that, so that way y'all can kind of see what it is live. We might do that sometime this week. The worst kind of people, dog, are the broke scumbag people who will order some shit and then say it never came. I've had motherfuckers do that shit to me, though. Like, oh my God. Like, I've had people do that shit to me, and that shit can get you a quote unquote contract violation. And so they send you a thing like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? But I'm always super detailed in what happened. And like, after the first time or so, and one time they did it, and I was like, I said, I took a picture of where it was. Oh, I didn't get it. I'm like, man, the picture's in the thing. I fucking took a picture. I dropped it off. It was a rug. It was a woo. If it's a handed to me, I've had handed to me. People are like, oh, he didn't get it. Break that shit down. Like I said, I've been thinking about how to try to do it. Like I said, I don't know, because I'd have to have a second phone. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I still get paid for them. I've gotten paid for all of them. You know what I'm saying? But I might put 2 and 2 together and see what I can do. Maybe I'll take the little one's phone and then use that as my use that to record or stream with, and then do something else. But like I said, yeah, they'll sit there and they'll say, "Oh, I didn't get it," and then you got to fill out the little thing and then explain whatever it was. But all mine, I've never had like they don't ever stick because, like I said, I'm thorough in my explanations. I'm to the point now I take pictures of everything, even if it's a handed to me order. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm finna fucking, I'm not playing this game. So I'll just call you. That's good. You know, make sure you have good conversations. Be a good role model. Don't teach about the pimping. But nah, I'm telling you, it's road rage. I'm harassing 335. Every time 335 kept the den alive. But say DoorDash more strict in favor. It might be. We'll have to see. Because like I said, I did a couple of favors. It's just like the thing I didn't like about favors is actually having to do everything. With DoorDash, you just hop out, grab the shit. But what I hate is like when you got to sit there and wait. It's times that motherfucker have to sit in a fucking restaurant. They don't make the shit. Oh, I had double orders. I had a fucking Chili's order the other day, and like I'm sitting there waiting for the shit like 20, 30 minutes for the chick to come out and say, "Oh yeah, the lady accidentally ordered like 4 times." But then I guess called and canceled. And then so when you have to like talk to DoorDash customer support, which is in another country somewhere, bro. Y'all still just let me keep this shit on my head, huh? Get out of here. Chuck up do y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I appreciate each and every one. I appreciate the love. I appreciate y'all fucking with me. I appreciate y'all on a pistachio audit. All right, let's see what we can do with that. Let's see where everybody is. I wonder if I could. I bet you could do a top 20. It'd be way too much though. Not I bet you. I know you can do the top 20 check, but too much. Man, and the thing is, like, see, DoorDash don't tell you all the good shit early on, like unassigned orders. And then at first, I thought that percentage mattered. Like, the only reason I keep that percentage is because I like top dasher status, so I can fucking dash whenever I want to. But once I learned that you could decline orders after I already did a fucking gang of them, once I learned that you could decline, oh, it was on. Decline. Nope. Decline. What? Nope. Decline. So, yeah. Plus, DoorDash has gone down on their base pay, so I may start fucking with Favor a lot more. I heard people say that Grubhub pays a lot better. But it's top 10 dashers. But yeah, we might do that. That seems to be a very interesting thing. It seems like we have some folks who have dealt with some dashing and some favoring. So that'll be some very interesting stories. Maybe actually use the line on that. So with that being said, Chuck the Produce. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I appreciate you all. I thank you. Again, it's my honor. It's my privilege. But more than anything, it is my pleasure to talk to all of you. You want online, pick it up and drop it off. Oh, wow. That's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all. But with that being said, y'all be cool. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night. Y'all rest easy. And I thank you all for being a part of the den. What? Thought you were McNice. You know what? You know what? I got something for you. It's my do-rag. I wonder where those pistachios go when I take them away. Do they go like into my pocket? I need to figure it out. Because if the pistachios go back to me, I'm just going to keep them all. I'm just take them from everybody. So, but with that being said, I'm out. I'm trying to do this. I'm gone. I got to go to bed. Yeah, I got to get up in the morning, go to the gym and do stuff. Oh, fuck, I didn't write out a new workout regimen. I'm gone. God damn it. This is terrible. I didn't even do my wobble board shit today. It's all terrible stuff. See, people are bad influences. I don't even know where the off button is anymore. But shout out to all y'all, man. I'll fuck with y'all tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. Shall we meet? Sounds like a plan? Sounds like a plan to me.